Hey there, Mike Dance, Brookside Cloud Consulting, Austin, Texas. Today I want to talk to you about Visa compliant cash discounting and how that can help you eliminate your credit card processing, fees every month and make that bill go away. So if customers want to make the choice and pay with credit cards, why do you have to pay a processing fee every time? It's time to quit paying. You don't have to anymore. It's time to quit paying for this old rich guy's vacations and fishing trips with his points. Your business needs the money more than he does. Come on. So it's time for a better payment processing ecosystem. That's what we're going to call it. Okay. So the first thing we have to do is move to a payment processor that has better rates because, you're probably paying too much. Most people are paying more than they need to be, and I can help them reduce that as well as have them modernize your business with a free modern point of sale. And everything that you want from cordless terminals to big kitchen displays, all that stuff is free and part of the whole situation here. So it allows you to not raise your prices, but to offer a discount for cash, debit, or ACH. It's pretty wild. Now you have to be very careful because most people are not going by the guidelines that Visa has out there. So Visa has strict rules you need to know about so you don't get fined or lose the ability to offer Visa. Okay. So recoupment is the umbrella term that's passing some or all the credit card processing costs back to the customer. That's what that means. So credit card processing fees typically cost your business 2 to 3.5% per transaction. Recoupment is the practice of recovering some or all of those costs instead of absorbing them into your margins. To most companies, this means thousands of dollars saved without raising prices, which is a nice thing. So the bottom line is recoupment is recovering processing costs. How you do it is with surcharge, cash discount, or convenience slash service fees. Okay. So surcharging is a percentage added to credit card transactions. It's very highly regulated and it's not even legal in some states, but yeah, everything has to be disclosed. It's a much more complicated way to go about it. The best way is the cash discount programs that are recommended by Visa, where the posted price includes the card fee, and customers are only, are paying with cash will receive a discount. It's very popular with some of the restaurants, fuel, utilities, government, and small retail. But this is considered compliant because the fee is framed as a discount, not a penalty. Now, convenience fees and service fees, that's a whole different deal. That's really a flat fee that's used for when people are paying most of their bills online, like with government and utilities, education, just people paying, bills through the internet. So that's one way. That's just another, and that's all part of it. But, when you start talking about surcharging versus cash discounting, seriously, surcharging doesn't make sense in most cases. A lot of people are already doing that. And they're not compliant with some of the latest rules. Now, cash discounting is compliant with everything Visa has to do with. So, it's no lawyers needed. As long as you got signage that says you got a cash discount program, then you save money by eliminating all your credit card processing charges. We just offset them. Zero regulation compared to surcharges. And so most POS companies are not compliant with the latest Visa rules. They always add the surcharges to debit cards because the POS doesn't know the difference, and they don't have proper verbiage on the sign. So in most cases, you're not compliant because your POS company didn't help you with this, right? You want something that's Visa approved. That's huge, right? Because nobody wants to pay a surcharge. Come on, let's be honest. Nobody wants to pay a surcharge, and everybody loves discounts. So, at the end of the day, like they do at Specs, they get, no one ever complains about that. They go, oh, you got to get a discount for paying cash. So that's better than a surcharge. So introducing zero cost payment processing. That's right. Cash discount programs allow merchants to offset credit card processing fees by offering a discount to customers who pay with cash, debit, or ACH, while the customers who pay with credit cards pay the regular posted price. Imagine getting rid of your monthly credit card processing bill. That's what we're talking about here, okay? Really letting the customer pay it. But anyway, Visa has policies, rules, and compliancy because you want to make sure that you can take Visa, right? So that here it's pretty basic. The posted price must be the credit card price, okay? The cash price must be a discount off the posted price. So that's easy enough, right? The discount must be applied at the register when cash is used. All this is done by the POS system that's custom programmed to meet your needs, okay, and your menus and everything. So the merchant cannot add a fee to card use. And the merchant cannot call a difference a surcharge. That's the number one problem out there. So everybody's using the word surcharge, and they don't like that. Visa's preferred language is a discount is offered for cash payments. I know it's the same thing, but listen, here's the deal. Their prohibited language is a surcharge is added for card payments. You're not supposed to do that. Even if the math is identical, the wording determines compliance, and that's what all matters to Visa. So here's my favorite format for a Visa compliant, receipt for the customer. So he gets the bill is on the left, and then he paid cash on the right. So you see, when he got the bill, he can see, okay, there's the cash card, there's the total, the card, the cash total, and the card total. So if I pay with cash, now I can save some money, right? And then when you look over there after he makes the payment, you see the cash payment down there. And you see the discount. So you see the discount off the hamburger, you see the discount off the drink, everything's right there laid out where, at the end of the day, they're seeing a discount, not a surcharge. Because, and then you have to have the right signage to go with that, not using the word surcharge. So, the pay with cash and save, I mean, it's cash discount, it's a big deal now, right? Pay with cash and save. All the little small towns have done it. Austin's a little behind, but I don't know. Everybody's going to be moving towards this because why do you want to pay the fee if you don't have to? And if everybody else is doing it, why would you do it, or not do it, right? So it's an incentive for their value customers. We now provide a 3% discount if you pay with cash, debit, or ACH. And it really helps your cash flow, obviously. There's a lot more benefits we're getting into, but then you start looking at the sign by the front door and the hostess stand. Now, what is that going to say? Okay, help cover the cost. One of my customers, it says there's a 3% surcharge will be added to all credit. Well, yeah, that's the number one thing you don't do that Visa doesn't like, okay? And the fee will be clearly listed on your receipt, okay? Cash payments are not subject to this surcharge. Once again, you can't call it that. This is the wrong way to go about it, okay? Now, this is the right way. There's a good looking one there. It's short, sweet, simple, boom, you got it covered, right? I like that one. Now when we start talking about receipts, that's another part of this, right? So look at it. Here's one from a restaurant I was at the other day. Credit card surcharge, or I gave them a Visa debit card. So I mean, their provider doesn't, or their POS system is not set up to where they can. So this is the wrong way because their POS system should have caught this, but didn't recognize a Visa versus Visa debit. Number one problem there. So, and then of course, here's another one where I got a cocktail and it looks like credit card surcharge again. Once again, I pay with Visa debit, so this is the wrong way as well. So this all needs to be set up. I mean, there's a lot of people got it where it's not set up right because the POS companies are not really good at anything anymore. It seems like you have to have somebody stay all over them. That's why you need me because I'll get stuff done. I know how to make it happen. So anyway, so Visa's position on surcharging on debit cards, that's huge. Okay, if you're currently doing it, stop. You're not supposed to debit. You're not supposed to put a charge on it. Visa does not allow surcharging on debit cards. That's PIN debit, signature debit, prepaid debit. And if you got an old machine, it doesn't know the difference. That's the bottom line. So that's another reason to do this is to get all new a modern POS system that gives you inventory analytics and all kinds of stuff. But Visa's rule is simple. No surcharge may be applied to any debit card transaction, regardless of how it's processed. So if a merchant adds a surcharge to debit cards, Visa considers it a brand violation. It can issue fines or require immediate correction. And there are no second chances. That's right. And they will take away your ability to process Visa cards, which would be devastating for your business, right? So here are the phrases that they approve. They're open to, but they just don't want you using that surcharge word. So you look at it, these are safe phrases to use from, across the board, showing kind of like they do it. Like I said, specs, that's a perfect example. But they show the card price as well as the total and show a cash discount only when cash is used. Okay. Now, what they don't want you doing, they want you to avoid these phrases altogether, which is the word surcharge, credit card surcharge, debit, whatever, fee for using your card, service fee. They want, they do not want it to be a fee, because, at the end of the day, everybody loves a discount. Nobody loves a surcharge. And so, yeah, once again, here's a summary. The posted price is the card price. You don't have to change any pricing on anything. Cash discounts applied only when cash is used. No fees are added because see the machine's going to figure all this out, right? The POS system, the way we got it set up, and it'll automatically pay for all these fees so that if a guy pays with cash, it's $100, or he pays with a credit card, it's $100. You get $100 either way, but it's confusing. This whole thing's confusing. So that's kind of why I'm here, to help you figure out which one of the POS systems. I set up demos and make sure we know, what your criteria is, things like the mobile stuff that's come out, and a lot of things are going on in that space. And so I stay on top of it, and I can help you by, as well as the guys that support me, in finding the perfect free POS system for your business. And like I said, they're all the major ones from Clover and Square to Elavon and Genius and SkyTab and Union. I mean, they're all and they're all that's all the point of sale systems. Now the processors, are like US Bank and Global, which is one of the biggest, and First Data and Fiserv, and you got Square and all these guys. So then, like I said, then we'll show you the differences here if you'd like. I mean, I've got a lot of good information I provide that allows you to be able to understand which one's better and which one might be the best fit. So when they say why Brookside, that's me, obviously. I'm vendor agnostic. I don't push one processor or one POS. Evaluate the whole situation, their top tier providers, and put you with the right ecosystem that fits your particular workflow, reporting needs, and helps you provide the best possible customer and user experience. So that's, via Visa compliant cash discounting, free modern POS hardware for the kitchen and all the handhelds and all that. Click not code integrations with like Restaurant 365 and some of the other ones, accounting platforms and reporting tools and CRM and ERP systems. And then some custom programming might be needed, but that's also something that we can get done at no charge. It's pretty amazing what all I can make happen. So on-time installation support, we're pretty quick at getting it put in and right and on time and supporting it. And so you have a single trusted advisor who manages the vendor relationship for you. So you don't have to. I just take care of it, make sure it all happens. So Brookside's a partner who knows the industry, knows the rules, and knows how to make things happen. That's right. What do you think? Modernize, protect, save. Brookside. I'd love to help you out. Give me a holler.